Hi guys, I just came back from a trip from Lowe's and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I was just telling you guys I wanted some purple and pink crepe myrtles back here. Excuse me. And I saw this one. Isn't that gorgeous? It is beautiful. Look at those leaves. They are just beautiful. It is actually called a black diamond crepe myrtle, and it is beautiful. Those leaves, this rich color. I mean, it looks pink, but when you put it next to the pink, it's actually more of a purple, more along the line of fuchsia. It is just gorgeous. And these dark leaves, I mean, they are just beautiful. They look almost like a cherry cola with that red stem on there. I can't wait to get it in the ground. It is beautiful. But I also got this arborvitae, and it is dying, as you can see. I mean, it is so brittle that when I touch it, I mean, pieces of it are literally falling off of it. Now, this is a $46 tree, and it was on clearance for $5. Can you see that? $5. So I am going to see if I can bring it back. I mean, I would hate to see it die. It's beautiful. It's an evergreen. So I'm going to see if I can trim back all of the brown pieces, give it some water, take it out of the sunlight for a while. Because like I said, it is in the hundreds out here, and it's been in the hundreds for weeks now. So I'm going to see if I can bring that back. Also, I have this little plat of sedums. It's got some others mixed in there. I don't know what the other ones are, but they are also succulents. It's a ground cover. This was $16.97, and I got it also for $5. So I took the three little junipers that I got on clearance for $2, and I planted them over here on this side of the shed. The shed is so old, it really needs to be painted, and you know, everybody seems to just keep stacking stuff up against it, like whatever this metal rod here is. I think it's an old fence post, but it was a little hard. It's about 92 degrees right now, but cleared the grass and everything away. I got them in the ground, and I think I'm going to put that arborvitae right here in the middle, and hopefully when they just grow out, they'll kind of give me a little cover on this side of the shed. There used to be a boxwood hedge here, and I had a large family daycare, and the kids were always throwing stuff behind here and hiding things behind the boxwoods, and it got to be such a hassle cleaning it out all the time and looking for stuff that I just had the gardeners back then dig them up. But now I want something over here again, so I'll see if these junipers are going to do the trick. They were pretty wet already when I put them in, so I don't want to give them too much water. They were pretty dry when I picked them up. They were on clearance for $2, and I've been watering them like crazy since we've had so much heat. So it wasn't even hard to get them out of their containers. They pretty much just kind of slid out. So hopefully that will hold them, and I can check them in the morning and see how they are doing. Hey family! So I found this echinacea yesterday and this hydrangea, which both look like they were on their last leg. I mean, they were just pitiful. But I bought them anyway, and I brought them home, and I've been watering them, and I just started deadheading the echinacea and pulling off some of the dead leaves, and I thought I would share with you guys, because you know what? This hydrangea yesterday was so wilted and just leaning over, and everything was hanging off of it and drooping. But it was $11.44. So I believe I can save it. So I brought it home, and I'm going to try to nurse it back to health. I also am going to nurse this echinacea back, because yesterday it was completely drooped over. I mean, it was just looking like it was just dead and dried up. And as you can see, it's standing up today, and the leaves are perking back up on the hydrangea here. As you can see, these, and it's getting some new leaves up there. So these were just completely falling off yesterday, and they're even perking up today. So I'm going to cut back on it and get rid of some of this dead stuff, and I'm going to see if I can bring them back to life. So I will keep you guys updated. So I'm really not a geranium person. I think they're beautiful. I mean, look at the blooms. They are so gorgeous. They are just beautiful. But I'm one of those people who just can't take the smell of them. But they were $2.50 on clearance. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant them at the back of my yard where I can see the blooms, but I won't have to actually smell the flowers. So I need to clean them up a bit. As you can see, it's got some breakage, and you know, they need to be deadheaded. But they've still got some buds that are still coming out. So I'm going to see how well they do. Like I said, it's still hot, but we're only about 93 today. So that's a blessing when you've been in the hundreds for weeks. So I will keep you guys updated to let you know how my clearance plants are doing. Good morning, family. As you can see, I started on a new flower bed here at the back of the yard. Today I am going to be cutting these two down and pulling them out. I've trimmed this tree here back some, but it's pretty much one of the only things giving me shade back here aside from this one over here. But I am going to be pulling out all of these dead hedges that just did not come back. I'm going to be planting the red-tipped Photinia over here, which will give me another hedge over here with some color, because you know, as you know, they have bright red leaves that are just so beautiful. So I'm going to plant that one there, and then I'm going to put the sweet broom back here to close off this huge gaping space, to give us a little bit more privacy. And these down here I'm going to be planting mostly flowering shrubs and some annuals. A couple of flowering perennials will go in here. And as you can see, I planted this beautiful, beautiful one over here, and it's going to give me these gorgeous orange flowers once it starts to. So I started cutting away the old branches, and I actually realized there were two more of the dead hedges over there, which revealed the tree over here for me now. So I got a couple of them out, but as you can see, their roots are pretty deep, and these stumps are kind of hard to come out of there. They've been here for a very long time, even before I bought this house. So once I cleared away most of this stuff and I need to work on these stumps, I realized that I have a little bit more room on this side than the other side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the Cape honeysuckle over to the right side over here, and then I'm going to plant the red-tipped Photinia here where the Cape honeysuckle is growing. That way I can let it grow to its full potential, which is about 6 feet wide, and it can get up to 15 feet high. So I think the Cape honeysuckle will do better on the other side with the hibiscus that I bought. So right now it's about 103, so I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to clean this mess up, and I will see you guys the next time. So please don't forget to like and subscribe.